Quack quack, and we're back today. 2026 Chevrolet Blazer with a whopping 8 miles. 8 miles. It is setting a fault for the safety restraint system, aka your airbags and seat belts and whatever else is included, right? Well, today I'm going to dig into it and see what we have. One fun fact is, though, it appears that someone's already been here. So let me show you guys that real quick, if I can. So if we look at this screw, we can see that I'm terrible at making videos. You can see that there's some witness marks on that torch bit, so someone's been here before. So I'm gonna dig into it and figure out what's going on. And today we'll be using the TOPDON one, the one and only, if I don't break it first, right? Let's see what's up. So as you can see, there's our warning message: surface safety restraint system right there. Ridiculous. Good chow. Move this. Alright. I don't want to open the door because it's going to go ding 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 and it's annoying, right? So this is our first telltale clue, sign, whatever. This is how I approach doing airbag diagnostics. As we see, the very first one is reading 25 ohms, way out of spec. Normal spec should be about 2.5 ohms. If we look at the other ones, we can see that they're pretty happy, right? Now this does tell us that it's a steering wheel airbag stage 1. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I implore you to go look at surface information. Now you probably can't see it very well, but that is GM's TSBs and other known issues, but I guess maybe this one's not very known, or just being brand new. But I will say that these cars are not the best. I've had 3 brand new ones off the truck. One had no AC, one says it's overheating, and this one, so not the best. So I'm going to verify that we are tracing the correct airbag and go from there, because you don't want to just think you're chasing the correct part and then come to find out you were after the wrong airbag the entire time. So probably gonna have to go there, but I would like more information before I start doing that. So let's go back here, let's go to here, let's go to here. Now this is going to be your best friend: description and operation. Let's figure out which one is a what. So yes, you must be able to read. Always check system description operation if you're unsure about certain things. Also, like this right here, view the locations of airbags. So I want to make sure. Well, let's just see. Really? Alright, so location view, connector end, where are we at? Alrighty then. So remember, kids, whenever you're playing with airbags, always point your face in front of the airbag when you're messing with it. So of course disable it. We're probably not going to do that. I do want to see is the actual schematic. Is there an easier way to get to where I want to be at? Alright, so that's going to be the clock spring. That's no bueno. This is the restraint module, probably end up under your console. So looks like we're pretty much a straight shot. So gonna have to bite the bullet, and yeah, I mean we can go there, but you still got to get this off. need the airbag out the way first, but yeah, we'll just go there and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to get this 25 ohms back into the spec of 2.5. Either it's going to be a wiring issue or it's going to be an airbag issue. We don't know yet. I have the car off right this second because of the dingings. I don't do dingings and I can't turn it off. I miss the days of the buttons. Yeah, there's no button to press to close it, but I could just lock the door and do it that way, and I probably will whenever it comes time for testing. But for right now, what I need to do is get this off, and probably can see a little better now. We see how we talk about the someone's definitely been here before. So work on getting this clamshell off, and then see what we find behind it. Right? You can always tell. People always leave witness marks. So cap off here, cap off there. We'll see what screws are behind us. I'm not concerned about the airbag blowing up right this second because there's no power, but that's quality. Damn. Yeah. Let's move L2 out the way. Not break my stuff. Put your big body in front of the airbag. It doesn't matter, it can't go off anyway. Haha, psych. So there's some 8s. They say never to use power tools on airbags, but you know. Check your polarity. Honk honk. So another thing is just because your horn works does not mean that the clock spring itself is not bad. Right? Remember that. Don't take that as key, right? What you're seeing me do is I'm actually grounding that horn circuit. Hey, that will never ever happen again, but cool. Hey, actually good pictures, right? So it tells me that I can pull back on that tab. And that's how it said to use plastic. That's probably because of the grounding effect. Let's see. No, I'm definitely going to stay the hell out of the way. There we go. That's actually a lot easier than some of them, right? Notice I am keeping my ass out of the way of the airbag. The car is still alive. Watch the airbag fall on my face. That'd be great. It's still hooked by wires. So, thank you. All right. My back. And pull straight back. All right. I don't know what the hell just fell off. Alright, at this point, we're going to try to make that not shoot me or go a-flying. Key on, in the service mode. Oh god, the damn dinging. Let's see if this will work. Can we trick you? Hell no. Hey, we tricked it. Just don't forget and slam your damn door without unlocking it first. Alright, fucking cue the airbag, air compressor. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, I don't see nothing changing. So I was expecting a pin fitment issue, and we can actually test if we are dealing with a component failure or a wiring concern, right? So half-ass ground myself or I don't pop nothing. Kaboom! Orange tab up. Boom. we can actually just move this out the way now. This is disarmed, it's not going to do anything bad. Always lay it face down. We'll check our pins on it. I don't see anything right off the rip. So we can see that our tool is live, working. We still have 25 ohms. So apparently 25 ohms is going to be an open in the circuit. Alright, for giggles, we're going to use a simulator. So we'll be right back. Alright, so what these are 2.5 ohm resistors. Airbag simulators. These are great. I wish I knew about these before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to gently ram her in there. And what I want to do is I want to see, can I make a change? Okay, we're going to key off. We're going to key on, and we're going to look for our airbag warning. Still present? I do believe, yes. And that's why we didn't have a change here. So we know that it's in the wiring, or my broke. Another one. I don't really want to jam it in there, but I do got to make sure I'm making good contact, right? Yeah, so probably in the wiring. Yeah. So let's figure out why.